Back in that mode again. That mode where nothing can take you off your pivot. You just putting in that work every single day. See, that version of you is different. You got to tap back into it. Don't be out here playing with your potential because you one of them ones, bro. You special. And you weren't meant to be a person that could have been the one. You are the one. So I need you to get back moving like it.
Every idea. We want to see where it leads because you never know. You really never know what's going to work and what's not going to work.
You don't. And when you think you know, you're right in the sense that if you say something's not going to work, you're not going to try it. So it's definitely not going to work.
Yeah. And the chances, if you energetically decide it's not going to work, even if you do try it, the chances of it working are less just
Sure.
because of, we can trick ourselves into sabotage.
I didn't get to write for Marvel Comics because they somehow found me, because I did great work and they chose me and found me. That's not what happened. The thing about me is I'm not scared of people telling me no. I went on Fiverr.com and I paid someone like $30 to find the email address of the CEO of Marvel. I got the email address and I emailed the number 1 person and number 2 person over at Marvel. And I was basically like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I've done. I want to write for Marvel. And they didn't respond. I was like, all right. Then randomly, a year later, I get an email from an editor at Marvel asking me to write a story. You think that happened by accident? Stop waiting for your dreams to come to you and start going to get them. You're gonna get a lot of no's and rejections and people ignoring you along the way. But it only takes one yes. So after I got to write a story in Wakanda Forever #1, I messaged the number 1 person at Marvel and I said, hey, thanks. You know what he said? Sorry, it took so long to make this happen. Be aggressive with your goals because the gap between where you are and where you want to go can literally kill you inside.
We have the propensity to dream, but in the midst of the dream, we never see ourselves working.
Right.
We see ourselves in the car, you know, with the jewelry, with the chains, with the money, with the count, with the fame, with the fortune, all that, but we don't see the work. Now, how can we see all that in the dream, but we don't see the work part of the dream? Yeah.
No.
That's just like, hey, wake up. It's some work. It's some work that's got to be done. You want to dream all this, but you don't want to know about
You
it.
hang around in the hood that ain't doing nothing, and every time they come to your house, they pass you a blunt and, hey, check out my Glock. You round the wrong. If you ain't got friends that's come around, you say, hey, this the business plan. This what we gonna do. This how we gonna get this money. Yeah. And this not how we finna go rob something. How we finna smoke this 2.5 we just brought from man up the street, man. Come on, bro. Yeah, it's all about, man, you are what you hang on.
Look, you got to be patient with yourself when you're becoming someone you've never been before. You got to be patient with yourself if you're dealing with things at a new level that you've never been at before. Look, most times, for most of us, no one has taught you how to do the thing that you're doing right now. So as you're living it, you're learning it. So I just want to encourage you to give yourself some grace. There's a big difference between holding yourself accountable and beating yourself up. The difference between the two is that if you keep beating yourself up, you may knock yourself out. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself some grace. It's your first time living. Be great today.